Hello guys, my name is Juan Contreras, and as many of you know, I'm a senior here at DSMET, and I actually just got back from the first DSMET Jesuit Puerto Rico Service trip with a couple of my peers. And today we're gathered here with our brothers to celebrate Thanksgiving Mass before enjoying a nice break. And personally for me, these last couple of weeks have opened my eyes a little more towards the meaning and significance of Thanksgiving. After a really controversial situation that almost prevented me from going to Puerto Rico, I was able to make super last-minute arrangements, and last week Mr. Hockey and I discovered that it actually is possible to arrange a whole trip in just a couple of days, and that was not as easy as it might sound. Well, thankfully I was able to go, and it has been a really good experience in my life, and it has helped me be more thankful for all of my privileges right now for many reasons. So, while we were down in Puerto Rico, the objective of the trip was to learn about the Puerto Rican culture, but more importantly, to be exposed to the social injustices that the Puerto Rican citizens face this present day. And some of the issues and social injustices that they face include true poverty in multiple slums and rundown neighborhoods on the island. And a lot of these neighborhoods and slums suffer from violence and drug abuse within their own walls. And this really prevents development for them, because if no one on the outside is trying to help them and the inside isn't doing any better, then this really limits the amount of progress that is truly being made. And some other injustices that they face are homelessness and ecological issues, but they are actually making a lot of movements right now to improve the earth they're living on. But through my eyes, the worst social injustice of all is that they suffer from a corrupt government that is using eminent domain to take and destroy the homes from those who are already in bad financial situations. One of the organizations or programs that we served for while we were down there was a program called Vietnam. And just to give you a little insight into how bad the situation is down there, Vietnam was started by a group of veterans from the actual Vietnam War who went to Puerto Rico to serve for children that were suffering from underdeveloped public school systems. And while they were down there, the government was using eminent domain to take away the homes of these poor people and build tourist attractions and hotels and things as such. And it got to a point where the government was using really brutal means of extraction for these citizens, such as tear gas and projectiles and things of that matter. And the veterans deemed the situation to be worse than the actual Vietnam War, hence the name. And what Vietnam was, it was a tutoring after-school program for kids that suffer from these poor public school systems. And basically, it's a one-on-one tutoring situation where these kids were getting tutored after school for a couple hours every day. And it was just to ensure that each student received the education that he or she deserved. So after really thinking about all of this and talking with Mr. Hockey, I realized that in some ways, we share these same social injustices with the people of Puerto Rico here at home. For example, some of the communities in North City are facing the same issues with poverty as those neighborhoods we were so willing to see and help out in Puerto Rico. And upon talking with Mr. Hockey, I was exposed to the fact that we oftentimes choose not to acknowledge the social injustice at home, but we are more than willing to go out and experience and help out in other communities but our own. Overall, being able to have been a part of this trip has truly helped me change the way I live and see my life. And it has inspired me to be thankful for everything that I have, because there is someone out there right now at this very moment that doesn't know where their next meal is coming from. And two, it has inspired me to be more willing to go out and make a difference, not only in other places, but here at home where it matters the most. Some things that, just to give you a little insight into my life in the past couple of weeks, some things I've been grateful for have been being with my family after being gone for a week. I've also been grateful for enjoying the company of my closest friends again. I have been very thankful to have gotten the opportunity to go on this trip because it has been very significant in my life. But at the top of my list, I am thankful for being able to call myself a Spartan, and even though you may not see it now, it is a huge privilege to be a part of this community that cares so much about its students and faculty, our communities we live in St. Louis, and the people suffering from social injustice all around the world. So now, to wrap all of this up and continue with Mass, I would just like to challenge each and every one of you in this gym today to find something or things that you are thankful for in your life. Take advantage of this and truly be thankful for what we have, because like I said, no matter how hard we may think we have it right now, there's someone in this world that doesn't know where their next meal is coming from. And with that being said, I just want to challenge all of you, especially during this break that we have coming up, to keep in mind the true meaning of Thanksgiving and to be thankful for what we have in our lives, because we are truly privileged. Thank you.